President Donald Trump isn't keeping a low profile while he waits for the release of Robert Mueller's report. On Saturday, just one day after Mueller submitted his report regarding the connections and possible coordination between the Russian government and Trump and his aides, the president hit the links while vacationing at Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida. Get push notifications with news, features and more. Following you'll get the latest updates on this topic in your browser notifications. According to CBS affiliate WPEC, Trump's motorcade arrived at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach shortly after leaving Mar-a-Lago around 9 a.m. Trump, 72, had already arrived in Palm Beach on Friday when it was first announced that Mueller had completed his investigation and submitted his report to Attorney General William Barr, Politico reported. That night, Trump attended a Republican fundraising event at Mar-a-Lago and spoke on stage with his wife Melania Trump, 48, by his side, despite earlier indications from the administration that he would instead relax with family on the patio, Politico reported. During his remarks to the crowd, Trump made no mention of Mueller's report, but cracked a joke about keynote speaker Sen. Lindsey Graham, according to Politico. If Lindsey's speaking, I want to come down here for two reasons, Trump said. Number one, he's a great speaker. And number two, I know if I'm here, he's not going to say anything bad about me. Although Trump has frequently railed against Mueller's probe and repeatedly maintained his innocence, he has yet to publicly comment on the completion of the report. The president's last tweet, shared Friday afternoon, referenced his meeting with leaders from the Bahamas, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, and St. Lucia earlier that day. It remains unclear when and how much of the report will be shared with Congress and the public, according to the New York Times, which reported that the decision is up to the Attorney General. I may be in a position to advise you of the special counsel's principal conclusions as soon as this weekend, Barr wrote in a letter to leaders of the House and Senate Judiciary Committees, according to a copy of it shared with reporters and posted on social media on Friday by lawmakers. NBC Tom Winter reported that there will be no additional indictments. While several Trump campaign and administration officials have been ensnared in Mueller's investigation, which has tallied some 7 guilty pleas and 37 defendants, per CNN, there have been no charges that they helped carry out the Russian campaign against Clinton. In his letter, Barr wrote he will discuss next steps on the report's release with his deputy, Rod Rosenstein, and Mueller to determine what other information from the report can be released to Congress and the public consistent with the law, including the special counsel regulations and the department's long-standing practices and policies. I remain committed to as much transparency as possible, Barr wrote to the committees, and I will keep you informed as to the status of my review. In a brief statement, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said, "The next steps are up to Attorney General Barr, and we look forward to the process taking its course." The White House has not received or been briefed on the special counsel's report. In a joint statement, Democratic leaders Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, and Chuck Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader, called on Barr to make public the full scope of Mueller's findings. Now that special counsel Mueller has submitted his report to the Attorney General, it is imperative for Mr. Barr to make the full report public and provide its underlying documentation and findings to Congress, they said, adding, "The American people have a right to the truth." The watchword is transparency. An official with the Department of Justice described Mueller's report as comprehensive, CNN reported, but its full contents are not yet known. Barr's letter notes only that it explains Mueller's various decisions to prosecute or not prosecute